So, according to reports, Nikola Vucevic, but this is according to AFD or AHN, Fire Digital, whatever they call it, Peter Dewey. So, Nikola Vucevic and the Chicago Bulls are, allegedly going to discuss a contract extension. And with that being said, it's going to definitely be interesting to see because it all comes down to the right price. You guys know me, I'm an Orlando Magic fan, so I watched Nikola Vucevic for many of years, and Nikola Vucevic this past year, I know the defense has never been Nikola's strong suit, but this past season, his full year with the Bulls was kind of a regression to what he was. Like, he kind of actually played a little bit better defense than his first 26 games with the Bulls, but last year with the Bulls and the Magic, he was basically like a 22-point scorer. He was shooting, couldn't miss anything. He was hitting everything. And also, people forget that he's a 7'5" wingspan on a 6'11" frame. So, Vooch has the ability to be a passable defender. And also, I forget that Nikola Vucevic is Montenegrin and Belgian. I forget that he has some Belgian in him. But Vooch, look, supposedly, as you guys not only is he still with the Bulls, but a source said both sides want him to stay with the team beyond the last year of his contract this coming season, with initial discussions on what that might look like when training camp begins in the fall. And writes Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times about Vucevic. Why? Because if the price is right, Vucevic remains the type of player who fits in with how the Bulls are built on both ends of the floor. As I said, Vooch went from averaging like 22 points a night to 17.6, 11 rebounds, and 3.2 assists on 32% from 3 and 47.3 from the field. Now, obviously, we'd like to see that 38.8% from deep in the 26 games during the 2020-21 season, but we all know Vucevic is still one of the best offensive centers in the NBA. Bulls just need to surround him with better defenders. In theory, Lonzo Ball, Caruso, Pat Williams, and Dalen Terry should all help. Even Andre Drummond should all help. And Chicago earned the 6th seed last year, but it fell in the first round to the Milwaukee Bucks. And obviously, we know Vooch can play all right defense when he tries. Like, check this out. All right, so I'm pulling up his defensive ratings. Where is Basketball Reference? Let's pull up his defensive ratings. Also, his 2022 to 2023 projection on Basketball Reference is 20.8 points this season with about a block and a steal a game. But what we want to see is per 100 possessions. He, for the past 4 years, past 2 years, has been a below average team defender. But from 2012 to 2019 or 2020, he was a plus defender. The league average is 109. From basically his rookie year till the age of 29, he was between basically 103 to 107. So he's a plus defender in the NBA. Last 2 years with Orlando and Chicago, he's been just a below average defender. And obviously not what anybody wants, but it shows that if Vooch tries, Vooch can be a good defender, or at least a plus one and passable for the team. Now, obviously that comes down to him wanting to put effort on that side of the ball, and most people don't. And I guess as age just came on and he became more of an offensive-minded player, the need for defense became less of a requirement, it seemed like. Now, this team, I feel like defense is just so important for their success, because I honestly feel like that's what, obviously injuries play a huge part, but what contract extension would I give Nikola Vucevic? I'm thinking 20 a year, right? Maybe 25 a year at most. 4 years, 3 years. So something, a 3-year, $25, $75 million deal, or a 4-year, $100 million deal I'd be fine with. Let me hear your thoughts down below, but that's basically it from me, guys. Peace.